Morning, everybody. Pep talk time. All right. Political situation is that the trucker convoy thing has been co-opted. I don't know if it was from the very beginning, but clearly this people transporting materials, food, and the network infrastructure and public access to civic areas is all part of the plan. Those are without a doubt. And we could go into about how Tesla's going to make a whole lot of money from automated trucks, and Google's going to make a whole lot of money from, and Amazon from taking over the supply infrastructure and funneling it through China. But I want to talk about how to take the movement back from the CIA, from the Five Eyes. And here's my suggestion, my recommendation. See, the second that people start suffering, that food, crime, starvation, violence, whatever, that's when they're going to bring in, martial law, or they'll bring in the boot of authoritarianism, or they'll bring in Marxist cops, or they'll bring in subversive FBI agents, right? I'm recommending a different type of protest. It's the anti-protest. You see, people are excited, they want to do something, and you have people right now that are in prime condition. This is an event that'll only happen once. There's people lost their jobs because of the jab. There's people that were displaced because of the jab. There's people that can't relocate or return to where they want to be at because of the jab and the passport and all that, which is the social credit score. Thanks Trump, thanks Biden, thanks Israel, thanks China. But this is all part of the plan to go towards that. And any type of response from the masses will just give the excuse for them to tighten the vice further. So the different kind of protest that's the anti-protest that I recommend is anybody and everybody that is not happy, Republican, Democrat, liberal, progressive, National Socialist, Communist, whatever. Ask yourself this: do you think the government is doing what they need to do? I'd be confident that nobody would really think that the government is doing what they were hired to do. I don't care your leanings or your inclinations. You'd have to agree that the government has just completely lost touch with the people and is running to the beat of its own drum. And so what we do is all these people, the truckers that do and don't want the shot and the vax passport, and then the nurses that lost their jobs, and the teachers that lost their jobs, and the parents, and the blah 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 boo hoo hoo, everybody, turn the parking lot of your local civic center into a fucking tailgate party. Don't sell anything, don't be violent, don't even raise signs. Just go there, sit and wait. And if anybody knocks on your window, say, I'm just waiting for my government to do their job. And eventually people will start, roasting weenies and throwing beach balls and footballs and having little music festivals, and people will start tossing out water bottles and food. And if it grows and it doesn't stay a protest, but instead active waiting. You see, we're not protesting. We're not. We're just waiting for these bastards to do their fucking job. So then this thing grows. And like I said, it's like a Renaissance festival outside of every capitol and courthouse. And then when the cops start to... And you go onesies, twosies, ones at a time, right? Like, a couple of you guys are on your lunch break from work. You go, where do you want to eat at? Well, let's grab drive-thru and we'll sit in the city civic center parking lot. And we'll just wait. And if anybody asks, it's none of their fucking business what two people do in a parked car, or a guy does in his fucking motorcycle in a parking lot. It's none of your fucking business. It's a public place. I'm a free citizen. I'm not even driving. I'm sitting, waiting, not doing anything wrong. I'll clean up my own mess. I'll take all my trash with me. I'm not even honking or playing loud music. I'm just Just waiting for my government to do their job. They told me they were going to do their job when they ran for office and when they got elected. I'm just waiting for them to do that. You're going to arrest me for that? You're going to ticket me for that? On a public place? Okay. Let me finish my lunch and then I'll leave. And then maybe a couple people want to do it after a church service. They go there and they want to hang out in a parking lot, and that's the parking lot, and they want to share the gospel with each other. Or a bunch of kids after school need a safe place to go. Well, the city civic center and the state capitol should be well guarded and protected with civil servants, right? So kids should be able to go there and play peacefully while they're waiting for their government. And now you have this ocean of people outside every time there's some kind of meeting or address. And all of these fucking clowns have to park on the outskirts of town or take a taxi or drive a limo or whatever and get dropped off, passing through this ocean of people that are waiting, that are actively waiting. And then you better believe when they go have their little city council meetings or their little senator session speeches or whatever, that every seat in the place is going to be packed. And there'd be people standing in the back. That's why they did COVID, because they don't want us doing this. The 6 feet apart and the masks, and we had to shut down and do things over the video conference and the Zoom, and we had to put up plexiglass and wipe everything down. It was just so that people wouldn't stand together, not fight together, just stand together. That's what this is about, is that they want us going along with the flow. As soon as we cling together and bunch together, we're going to jam their little system up, because they're government officials that are running this at the lowest levels and defending the upper echelons just want to go with the flow themselves. They have their own personal aspirations. And when this kind of mounting pressure is upon them, not violent threats, not conflict, not intimidation, but just public awareness. When these clowns have their little meetings and they don't talk about the issues and they ignore the real problem and they have their fucking head in the sand, and then they have to talk about where all the money's really gone in front of a packed room when they leave, well, we'll just see if the faith of the people is in the government, and let's just see how the government feels about their execution of the faith being provided by the people. See if they really think that they're doing a job well done and that they deserve to hold their head high when they walk out. You could say it's passive aggressive, but I think it's more like stoicism. Anyways, we got to turn this wave to our advantage and ride it and get what's best for us out of it. And we got to win, guys. Start thinking out of the box. Stop. You get what I mean. Don't buy into the bullshit. We're going to work as a team. Work together. Love each other. God bless.